God has an urgent message for you today. Your home is being watched by unseen eyes, and it's not just your imagination. It's a divine warning meant to protect you and your loved ones. Spiritual entities are surveying your property, looking for ways to enter and disrupt your peace. This message comes with love to help you recognize the signs and secure your home from these watching forces. The longer these watchers remain undetected, the stronger their influence becomes over your home. Environment. Pay close attention, because what I'm about to reveal could restore safety to the very place you should feel most secure. As you hear these words, know that God sees these invisible watchers circling your property. It's normal to feel afraid or doubtful when you learn about these unseen presences, but remember that you're being watched over with divine care. This warning is your chance to take action and turn vulnerability into spiritual strength. You're receiving this message because there's still time to secure your home before these watchers gain more influence. Even when the truth about spiritual intrusion feels frightening, trust that this warning is a blessing, because knowing about these watchers helps you defend against them. The fact that you're hearing this now is no accident. It means your home has been divinely selected for protection at exactly the right moment. As you think about your home today, take time to sense its spiritual atmosphere. Just like a security camera reveals movements we might miss, this divine warning highlights spiritual vulnerabilities you've been unable to see. Hold on to your sense of peace and protection, but let go of denial and spiritual blindness that leave you exposed. Just like a homeowner checks for unlocked windows before bedtime, you need to identify the spiritual entry points in your home that these watchers are exploiting. The sudden feelings of unease in certain rooms, unexplained coldness in specific areas, or recurring nightmares about your home. These aren't random. They're spiritual feedback alerting you to these watching presences. This warning isn't meant to frighten you, but to empower you with awareness. Your home should be your sanctuary, and with proper spiritual attention you can restore it to the safe haven it's meant to be. This warning about your home being watched is more than just information about spiritual intrusion. It's a divine checkpoint in your spiritual journey. These watchers target homes for specific reasons. Some are drawn to emotional turmoil, some to spiritual objects, others to the energy of certain activities or conflicts. Your home wasn't randomly selected. Something has attracted their attention. There's a divine purpose in your awareness now, unfolding exactly as it should to protect your dwelling place. The presence of these watchers might be unsettling, but see it as an opportunity to strengthen your spiritual boundaries. Every home invasion attempt becomes a lesson in spiritual vigilance that makes you more discerning and protective of your sacred space. When you notice strange occurrences, reach out in prayer for guidance. God is always here to give you insight, wisdom, and protection against these entities. In your prayers, you'll find the specific strategies needed to clear your home of unwanted spiritual surveillance and restore it to a place of peace, where you can truly rest without being watched. As we continue discussing how to protect your home from these spiritual watchers, I'd like to help you receive future divine warnings as well. If these urgent messages resonate with your spirit, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more spiritual alerts and protection. Guidance. Pay attention to specific signs that confirm your home is under surveillance. These aren't just everyday occurrences. They are divine alerts sent specially to help you identify these watchers. As you move through your home today, notice areas where you feel suddenly drained, anxious, or uncomfortable for no apparent reason. You might experience objects moving slightly from their original positions, unexplained cold spots even when heating is adequate, or electronics that malfunction only in certain rooms. Pets may refuse to enter specific areas or stare at empty corners. Children might mention seeing people when no one is there. These aren't coincidences. They're evidence of spiritual intrusion. Trust your instincts about spaces in your home that feel off or unwelcoming. That uneasy feeling when entering a particular room isn't just your imagination, it's your spiritual awareness detecting an unwanted presence. When you wake up feeling like you've been watched all night, when certain dreams about your home repeat, or when you feel an unexplained urgency to check certain areas, that's your inner alarm system working. These intuitive moments are divine, protection activating within you, highlighting exactly where these watchers are focusing. Notice these signs, document them, and address them promptly. Remember, you're not facing these watching entities alone. God is with you, surrounding your home with protective light that these watchers cannot penetrate unless given permission. Around your property stands a team of guardian angels and spiritual protectors, all working to alert you to these intrusions and help you reclaim your space. This warning about watchers is designed to empower you, not terrify you, and every aspect of this situation remains under divine control. Feel thankful for this early alert, for it shows how deeply your home's sanctity matters to God. Each step you take with this knowledge brings you closer to establishing unbreakable spiritual boundaries around your property. The universe holds your home in its caring protection, and with proper spiritual cleansing, these watchers can be permanently removed. No entity, no matter how persistent, can overcome the divine protection available to you right now. Your awareness is already weakening their influence, and your focused intention to protect your space will soon restore the peaceful sanctuary your home is meant to be. Divine timing, God's perfect clock, is working in your home situation right now. When you receive a warning about these watchers at exactly the moment before their influence grows stronger, that's sacred protection at work. You're discovering this message today because now is precisely when you need this information. Not a day later. These moments of divine alignment show you're connected to God's protective plan, living under watchful heavenly care, even as these entities observe your home. As you recognize the signs we've discussed, let them build your confidence rather than fear. Each confirmation of this watching presence is also confirmation that you're being divinely guided to counteract it. Pay attention to these revelations and appreciate their perfect timing. They aren't random spiritual disturbances. They're part of awakening you to a spiritual battle that's been happening around your property. Keep your spiritual senses open to further guidance about your home. The clearer you see the problem, the more effectively you can solve it. Just as you receive these urgent warnings about your home's spiritual security, your support helps us continue sharing these critical alerts with others whose homes are being watched right now. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these vital warnings to reach families currently living under spiritual surveillance without realizing it. Your contribution today creates a shield of awareness that protects not just your home, but potentially hundreds of others currently being targeted by these same watching entities. As you prepare to secure your home from these watchers, believe that these spiritual intrusions can be completely removed. Just like salt purifies, sound spiritual practices cleanse your living space of unwanted presences. Start at your main entrance and work methodically through each room, focusing special attention on areas where you've noticed signs of watching. God has provided simple but powerful tools for home protection that these entities cannot withstand. First, physically clean your home while praying for spiritual cleansing. The act of removing dust and clutter creates both physical and spiritual space for divine light. Then use the power of sound, whether through prayer spoken aloud, spiritual music, or even the ringing of bells, to disrupt the frequency these watchers operate on. Place small bowls of salt in corners where you feel unwelcome energy. The salt absorbs negative influences while creating a boundary these entities resist crossing. Most importantly, Declare your home as sacred space, protected by divine authority. These watchers cannot remain when you consistently affirm your spiritual ownership of your property. Every morning, walk through your home speaking words of protection. Every evening, visualize your home surrounded by protective light before sleeping. These aren't superstitions. They're spiritual technologies that have protected homes for generations. Your consistent practice builds a spiritual security system these watching entities cannot bypass. As you reclaim your home from these watchers, make it a daily practice to say, "My home is sealed with divine light that no darkness can penetrate." Speak these words with absolute conviction each morning and evening. This simple affirmation creates a spiritual vibration that these watching entities find unbearable and cannot maintain their presence against. When you notice signs of their watching, or when you feel suddenly observed, immediately declare, "All unwelcome presences must leave this space now." Use these moments to strengthen your spiritual authority rather than give in to fear. Create a protective routine that includes blessing each doorway and window with prayer or a symbolic action like visualizing them sealed with light. Place objects of spiritual significance near entryways. These serve as reminders of protection for you and as boundaries for these entities. Begin and end each day thanking God for the continuous protection over your home and family. When you fill your home with gratitude and faith, you create an atmosphere these watching entities cannot tolerate. Another powerful practice is to use essential oils with protective properties like frankincense, myrrh, or sage to anoint door frames while praying. The combination of intention, faith, and these natural elements creates a multi-layered defense. Your spiritual awareness is the foundation of your home's security system. No watcher can remain hidden when you're spiritually alert. During this time of removing watchers from your home, you're not just securing your physical space, but also protecting everyone who lives there. This experience offers you a chance to become a spiritual guardian for your household. Each day gives you new opportunities to strengthen your home's defenses and create a sanctuary of peace for your family. As you pray for protection and connect with divine guidance, remember to gently include your family in these practices, even if they don't fully understand what's happening. You might simply invite them to participate in home blessing activities without explaining all the spiritual details. Your loving intention covers them with protection, regardless of their awareness level. Your experience can help other households who might be experiencing similar intrusions without recognizing the signs. Without causing fear, you can share simple protection practices as home harmony tips with neighbors or friends whose homes feel spiritually heavy. In this journey, entire neighborhoods can become spiritually fortified, creating communities where these watching entities find no welcome place to observe or influence. In closing, as we face these watching presences and reclaim our homes, let's move forward with spiritual authority and readiness. Be prepared to consistently maintain your home's protection, address any signs of watching immediately, and recognize the peace that returns as these entities depart. Trust in the power of prayer and in God's constant presence in your living space. You're on a path to complete home restoration, surrounded by divine protection and strengthened by faithful practice. Keep saying, "My home is sealed with divine light," and watch as these unwelcome watchers lose their ability to observe your private sanctuary. Your home will become your haven again. If this message has helped you understand the spiritual surveillance around your home, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more divine protection guidance. Hit the notification bell. You can't afford to miss critical warnings about spiritual intrusions that might target your family next. When you share this message, you create a network of protected homes. Each person who receives this warning through you becomes part of a community too spiritually aware for these watchers to infiltrate. Dear Lord, please give us wisdom to detect these watching entities and the spiritual authority to remove them from our homes permanently. Amen. If this warning has opened your eyes to activity in your home, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue researching these spiritual intrusions and sharing effective protection strategies. Please share your experiences in the comments. Have you noticed signs of watching in your home? What spiritual protection methods have worked for you? Your testimonies help us identify new patterns of spiritual surveillance affecting homes today.